What's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG WTF LOLFWBRB. Welcome back to Mortal Extreme Wrestling 2016. We are playing as the WWF in the year 2001, but more importantly, we are booking the Invasion. And this is the go-home show to Judgment Day. Yeah, go-home show to Judgment Day. As always, big shout out to Chris for helping me book this show. We booked it today. I'm really excited for this one. I think it's going to be actually a really good one. Fingers crossed. But either way, let's just go ahead and run it. So we have 3 pre-show matches tonight. First one is just a decent pre-show match between two actually former WCW Tag Team Champions. Out of curiosity, I was just looking at the history of the WCW Tag Team titles on the save here. And interesting enough, Raven and Perry Saturn, former WCW Champions. Not why I made this match, I actually just remembered that now. Either way, though, Raven defeating Perry Saturn with a pile driver. Jeez, Raven. Got a rating of a C here. Raven was superior in the in-ring performance skill, but not by much. Saturn's literally just one letter down. Let's take a look at the dirt sheet while we're at it. Not too much. Although I got to figure out how to do this one right here, because I get penalized for it being, sometimes being too short, or the match seems like every match I get penalized for, match length in some sort of way. We then go to a C-, a WCW show, or match, nerds and geeks. No WWF guys in this match. Bout that had subpar wrestling and a little heat. Gregory Helms defeating Billy Kidman and Chavo when he defeated Chavo with a vertebreaker. Also defending his Cruiserweight Championship. So Billy Kidman was the superior in-ring athlete out of here, but again, not by much here. Oh, actually, Chavo and Billy were superior. Gregory was actually the worst of the wear here, but not by much again. Just a one-letter point. And out of curiosity, Billy Kidman. Oh yes, we made this a high spots match. I totally forgot about that. So that actually might be why Gregory was penalized a little bit here as well. I got to take that into account. But we made this a high spot match because I kind of wanted to test it. So Billy Kidman apparently is well suited for that style of match, and it doesn't say anyone wasn't. So maybe nothing really there. And then we go to a B- to end off the pre-show. And a decent pre-show match, Diamond Dallas Page and the WWE United States / World Heavyweight Champion, Booker T, defeating the APA when Booker T defeated Farouk with a missile dropkick. I'm going to have to change his moveset. Missile dropkick, what a weak finisher. Maybe that was his finisher at the time, though. So everybody but Farouk has the same in-ring performance. Interesting enough that Bradshaw actually has the same in-ring performance, since DDP and Booker T are considered main eventers. Excuse me. And Bradshaw's an upper mid-carder, so I don't know if that means that Bradshaw's ready for the main event, or if it just means that Booker and Diamond Dallas Page are on the cusp of being also an upper mid-card talent. No worker improvements as always. Let's look at this, though. I'm curious. Let's take a look at Bradshaw. Oh, he has star quality, but so does Farouk, so don't know. Billy Silverman, look at you go. Maybe that's why the WCW guys won. Who knows? So here we go. We're moving on to the start of Monday Night Raw, and we start off with a B+ rating. So, not an A would have been nice, but a B+ is also fine to me. You won't hear complaints. So this is before the show. It's a video that airs. You know how sometimes they show before Monday Night Raw started, pretty much. It shows Vince McMahon along with William Regal, and they walk into like the WCW locker room, the Shane McMahon's locker room, pretty much. There's a party going on, pretty much. Loud music playing. Everyone's probably drinking, having a good time, and then it just goes silent once Vince walks in, and then out of nowhere pops up Shane McMahon, and he's like, "Pops, so glad to see you. What can I do for you?" And Vince responds, "Shane, I'm here to make a deal with you. You see, 2 talents of mine want your tag team champions in a match tonight on Raw." And then Shane goes, "Done. But I'll do you one better. I'll put the WCW tag team titles on the line if you give me a championship match of my own choosing, of course with the exception of the world title." So Shane pretty much saying, I'll put the WCW titles on the line, or the tag team titles. You give me a championship match of my choosing, and I promise you I won't go after the world title, pretty much. Vince then responds. Hold on, he doesn't respond, excuse me. He has William Regal start whispering something in his ear. I imagine game planning. They're planning something here, and then Vince just smiles, and he goes, "What title did you have in mind, Shane?" Shane laughs and he goes, "How about the Intercontinental Championship?" And he just goes, "How about this Thursday Intercontinental title? One of my guys versus Benoit, pretty much." Vince, I'd imagine, thinking for a bit, and he goes, "You're on." And the two shake hands, and it's settled once again. Shane and Vince get a shot at each other's titles. Shane will get a shot at the Intercontinental title on SmackDown, and the Hardy Boys, that's of course who we was talking about, gets a shot at Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Haire tonight. So we got the show off to a strong start, and the crowd's hotter. They're excited. They want to see that match. They want to see the Hardys get their hands on Chucky Palumbo and Sean O'Haire. They want to see it. Shawnee O'Haire. William Regal showing more charisma, as we see Palumbo and company were all there as well. And of course, some random jobbers. Oh my God. Then we start off the show. This is legitimately starting off the show with an A rating. Not an A star, but an A rating. What? No. Oh my God. I'm not going to be able to read my whole text, nerds and geeks. I'm going to have to basically go off the script now and tell you what happened. So, Triple H starts off the show, comes down to the ring. He is demanding Austin Austin, where the hell have you been? We're supposed to be tag team champions. We're supposed to be partners. Get your ass out here right now and face me. You weren't here on SmackDown. You're the pretty much the reason why I'm not the Intercontinental Champion right now. So get your ass out here. And after waiting for a few, we hear the glass shatter. Stone Cold makes his way to the ring, gets in Triple H's face, and he just goes, "What?" And then Triple H would be all like, "You know what?" Pretty much just, "You know what? You cost me the Intercontinental title." I wish I could remember exactly what I wrote. Austin then pretty much says, "Let me get this straight. I cost you the Intercontinental Championship when you're the one that got pinned? Handle your own damn business." I'd imagine them getting in each other's face with Stephanie trying to separate them. And then the Undertaker's music hits. Out he comes with Kane. And Taker grabs the mic and he says, "What are you two doing in my yard?" And he's like, "More importantly, look at you two. Listen to you two talk. You sound like a bickering married couple pretty much." And I'd imagine Taker and Kane, looking to get in the ring. Triple H and Austin start crowding the ropes, preventing them from getting in the ring. And Taker just grabbing the mic saying, "Hey, Steph, why don't you control your little bitches here or something?" And we then go on to Taker and Kane finally get in the ring. They're all like in each other's face. These things are getting tense. Taker says, "Are you going to swing or do you want me to swing first?" And then Commissioner Foley's music hits. And he's like, "Stop, stop, stop. No, 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 no. This is not how we're going to start off Monday Night Raw. I am not starting off Raw with you four men brawling in the middle of the ring. We got a whole show, and if you guys want to fight each other so bad, then I'm making an announcement right here in Northwest USA." What? Sure. Northwest. What am I talking about? USA. That at Judgment Day, in whatever town we're going to be in there, Mick Foley didn't say that, I said that. Whatever town we're going to be in, it'll be Stone Cold Steve Austin defending his WWF World Championship against The Undertaker, against Kane, and against Triple H. And we're going to have a fatal four-way for the world title at Judgment Day. But Triple H, Stone Cold, I need to know that my tag team champions are on the same page. I don't want champions that are bickering all the time. So that's why tonight, right here in Northwest USA, the two-man power trip will defend the tag team championships against against The Undertaker and Kane, the Brothers of Destruction. Have a nice day. I wish I had a drink now. All right. So basically, that confirmed 2 matches, unless we're going to book it in now. So we know... Shotgun, get out of here. So we now know at Judgment Day that we are going to have a WWF Fatal 4-Way for the World Championship. A WWF Fatal 4-Way. I'm all flustered now after having to do that. Which will feature The Undertaker, Kane, and Triple H challenging for the championship. WWF Championship. Oh, no, there's an H. Hope I don't type too loud. You guys might be able to hear that, actually. Steve Austin. There we go. And that's confirmed for Judgment Day. We now have our World Championship match. And now we also know later on tonight in the main event, we have a tag team title match as well. So 2 tag team title matches tonight. Interesting. Triple H, Stephanie, great chemistry. Deborah doing her own thing. Steve Austin looking excellent, though. Deserving better color commentary, unfortunately. Look at all this dirt cheap bonus. Look at it. Doing to a hot crowd. Everyone's loving it. Moving on, we go to our opening match of the night. Round 2 of the WWF Light Heavyweight Tourney. I totally forgot to do this again. Before we go to that, so here, the reason I bring this up is because Dean Malenko, the accused, is in this match. So apparently, and this was on the Total Extreme website, the little homepage for the game, it said Dean Malenko out of shape. And it says some fans will have noticed that Dean Malenko has looked a little heavier than normal recently, appearing to have developed a little bit of a gut. Some of his colleagues apparently commented that he's not keeping himself in fighting shape and may be suffering from lack of motivation. The 40-year-old has yet to comment, and it is unknown whether he's even aware of the scrutiny he is be under. So apparently now I checked. Dean Malenko is still a lightweight. He is still eligible for the light heavyweight championship, but it says he's a flabby lightweight. I might be able to show you that after if I remember. Also, we had a locker room incident, a positive one. Stone Cold Steve Austin has taken Rhino under his wing as his protege. Also, here was part of the promo that I wasn't able to finish. But yeah, so just like Taker took Mark Jindrak under his wing as a protege, Austin has done the same for the hardcore champion Rhino. Hopefully, Rhino doesn't go down the same path as Mark Jindrak, because I really wouldn't want my world champion being pissed at me on the long list of lots of people being pissed at me already. So either way, we go to a C+ here in a decent match. Dean Malenko defeating Eddie Guerrero in 8 minutes and 22 seconds with the Texas Cloverleaf submission. Actually, one of my favorite submission holds. Oh my lord. No. Dean Malenko sustained a dislocated jaw in this match. Also, Eddie was the superior in-ring talent, but again, doesn't matter too much because it does matter. Eddie's better, but again, they're only 1 point away from each other. But Dean Malenko is, of course, the one that moved on, right? So we move on to the next segment, but here we have Michael Hayes saying that Dean Malenko sustained a dislocated jaw in this match. Hopefully, that doesn't keep him out too long. We then just go to a D+ as Chyna's backstage. She's pretty much saying that she's heard Jacqueline's request, and you know what? She accepts the challenge, Jacqueline's challenge for her WWE Women's Championship. Not much said too much here, just the confirmation that at Judgment Day this Sunday, Chyna will indeed put her Women's Championship on the line against Jackie. Might as well. I guess you're going to warn us. Might as well go ahead and book it in. Might as well, right? Won't take too long. Oh, yeah, Chad Patton, totally game. Let me tell you, Chad Patton, what am I talking about? Chyna versus Jacqueline. Jesus. I'm all over the place in this video. All right. Sweet. Got that in now. Moving on. We then go to, imagining coming back from a commercial break. Rhino's in the middle of the ring. He's saying that there is nobody on the roster who can take this hardcore championship away from me. But you know what? I dare someone to come out here and try. I've been itching for a good fight, so make it good. Out comes Hardcore Holly. Look at Rhino getting on Raw. It's almost like some big name star took him under his wing as his protege. We then go on to the match, which unfortunately was a C- at about that a decent wrestling, but not much weighing heat. Rhino defeating a Hardcore Holly with a pile driver. Good God, Rhino. Making defense number 4 of his Hardcore Championship. Unfortunately, again, these matches don't do well, but it says I need one. I made this the Mayhem match. Hardcore Holly had an in-ring performance of a C. Rhino better with the C+. So unfortunately, doesn't do too bad. Still C-, so Rhino gets a good victory. We then go to a B-. Look at Kevin Kelly. Good job, Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly backstage with Kurt Angle, helping him get a B- in this angle. He's with the Olympic gold medalist, and he says, Kurt, tonight you take on Chris Jericho in what will be honestly a fantastic match. But a lot of people as of late have been saying that you're distracted by Chris Benoit. Do you think that'll affect you in your match tonight? Benoit says, distracted? Was I distracted when I won a gold medal in the 96 Olympics with a broken freaking neck? And then Kelly goes, well, I don't. Before he can finish, though, Angle says, no, I wasn't distracted. Just like I wasn't distracted when Benoit made me tap out at Backlash. Everyone knows Kurt Angle is definitely afraid of spiders. And it just so happens that at that time, a spider was crawling right by, and I was swatting it away. I was trying to squish it. I didn't tap out. I'm better than Chris Benoit in everything. I'm a better wrestler. I'm a better Olympic athlete. I have all my teeth, so automatically I'm better looking. I'm from America, the greatest country in the world. Benoit, he's from Canada. Just like my opponent tonight, Chris Jericho. So tonight, I'm going to show everybody that Canada sucks. Then Angle just walks off. So we now know tonight we're going to see Angle versus Jericho, but some strong words coming from Kurt there, guys. Kevin Kelly not coming out looking good, but performance of Kurt Angle was good. How does... Oh, yeah. Let me tell you how much... I guess the Americans were happy with that statement. Good God. Moving on. We then go to a C+. It's a little surprising from you teams. But either way, it could be the effect of something else that happens here. We have a bout that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Edge and Christian defeating the Dudley Boyz when Edge defeated Devon by pinfall while using the ropes for leverage. Well, huh. I messed up, nerds and geeks. So what was supposed to happen, but I must have forgot to book it in. Stevie Richards was supposed to come out, which I could have swore I booked in, but I guess I didn't. Stevie Richards was supposed to come out and distract the Dudley Boyz long enough for Edge and Christian to pick up the victory. So let's just imagine that happened. Okay. So both teams showing excellent chemistry. Edge and Christian both with A's in the in-ring. Wow. And Devon was the weakest with a B minus. Bubba superior with that B. Edge is improving in Rumble. Devon's improving in performance. And there you go. I definitely forgot though. That was my bad. What's this? Oh, it gets it twice? Why? Huh. I'm not complaining, but sure. Moving on. We then go to a C minus back from commercial break. Just I'd imagine Stevie Richards here cutting a promo on the Dudleys, not saying much before in come the Dudleys once again, and the Right to Censor and the Dudley Boyz are all just brawling. Of course, because they got their nose, and the Right to Censor cost the Dudleys another match, so that's why it's supposed to be happening here. And they're just brawling before, of course, security separates them all. We then go to a C minus as Jonathan Coachman is backstage with the Hardy Boys. And he says, boys, tonight you join the war. You get your hands on the WCW Tag Team Champions who have been a constant thorn in your side. Matt responds, Coach, I can't tell you how excited my brother and I are tonight to finally get our hands on those greasy weasels. Jeff then takes the mic. For weeks, these two have had a beef with us. They cost my brother his European Championship. They cost me a chance at the Light Heavyweight Championship. So tonight, Team Extreme costs them the WCW Tag Team Championships. All of a sudden, the Acolyte Protection Agency, the APA, walk in. Bradshaw says, look here, boys. Tonight, you two are going to war. And I guarantee you that WCW will do whatever it takes to keep those tag team titles. So tonight, you can put your wallets away because the APA has your back tonight. So there you have that. Lita helped Jeff Hardy in this segment, surprisingly. Too bad no one's helping Jonathan Coachman here. So moving on from this segment, oh Lord, he Lou. Buff Bagwell, you brought him down with his B minus bull. Either way, pretty underwhelming promo by The Rock, if I'm being honest. But I'm blaming more Buff Bagwell here because it said he performed poorly as well. So Rock makes his way down to the ring. He grabs the mic. He does his old, finally, The Rock has come back to Northwest USA. Because that's apparently where we're at. And he says, Booker T, this Sunday at Judgment Day, I face Booker T. Now, in case you don't know who Booker T is, The Rock don't blame you. But let me enlighten you. Booker T is a 4-time WCW World Champion. Before someone says 5-time, I checked the world title history. He's 4-time. Booker T is a multi-time WCW Tag Team Champion. And he was a part of one of the greatest tag teams to never step foot in the WWF alongside his brother Stevie Ray. I give Booker T all the damn credit in the world. He's the real deal. But come this Sunday, none of that matters because Booker T, you get to go one-on-one with the great run in front of the millions and millions of The Rock's fans, and you can take your 4-time WCW World Title wins. You can take your 10-time WCW Tag Team Championship wins. You can shine those belts up real nice and stick them straight up your candy ass. Because at Judgment Day, The Rock ends this war. I'm sorry it has to be you, Booker. If you're some man, then Buff Bagwell's. I'm buff, I'm the stuff, and the girls just can't get enough. Out comes Buff Bagwell, and he says, wait just a moment before you go on. We have to pull this up here. We can go ahead and get rid of promo 1. Actually, we can just go ahead and get rid of most of this, can't we? So Buff comes out and he says, before you go on in Facebook, you and I have unfinished business. Rock then looks confused and he goes, who in the blue hell are you? And Buff goes, you know who I am. I'm Buff freaking and Rock goes, it doesn't matter who you are. I didn't put matter in there, obviously. Because what does matter is you have just made the biggest mistake of your life. Stuff Stagwell. Buff replies, it's Buff Bagwell. That's what The Rock said, Muff Magwell. And Buff just says, you see, that's what I'm talking about. He gets in the ring and he says, I'm sick of the constant disrespect from you, Rock. I'm going to teach you a lesson. You won't make it to book this, son. But before he can finish his sentence, The Rock grabs him, plants him with the rock bottom. He hits the people's elbow, and then he plants it down on him as well. He grabs the mic. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. I'm not doing it all. So the performance of Rock was great. Buff Bagwell performing poorly. That's probably what happened, but I just wanted to have Buff get beat up again. Just had to do it. Unfortunately, that's going to bring that down. So we then go to a C+. I want to point out that this was our storytelling match of the night, by the way. So there we go. And a decent match, Hardy Boyz defeating the Natural Born Thrillers in 7 minutes and 41 seconds when Chuck Palumbo was disqualified when Brian Clark ran in and attacked Jeff Hardy. Who the hell is Brian Clark? I'll tell you who Brian Clark is. He's the tag team partner of Brian Adams. Who the hell is Brian Adams? There were those two jobbers in the opening angle with Sean O'Haire and Chuck Palumbo, better known as Chronic. So we have a C+ here. And unfortunately, even though the Hardy Boyz won, they don't get the tag team titles. It is retained over on their side. I feel like I'm going to sneeze, so that's why I'm pausing a little bit here. Stacy doing some good work. Matt and Jeff have excellent chemistry, of course. Unfortunately, no psychology. And the Hardy Boyz were superior in the ring with a B, with Sean O'Haire and Chuck Palumbo with a C. So, no worker improvements, as we see here are the road agent notes. Out of curiosity, I want to see something. Whatever. So we move on to our next segment, which gets us a C. Chronic are continuing to beat down on the Hardys. Of course, the Natural Born Thrillers start to join in on the beatdown, so we have both WCW teams. Where the hell is Matt Hardy? Okay? Both WCW teams are just beating down on the Hardy Boyz. And out come the APA. They race to the ring, and they chase off the WCW teams, promising that they have the Hardys back. As you see here, we do have a feud going between the Acolyte Protection Agency and the Chronic. Just pointing it out. So we go on to our next match. It gets us a B- in a superb match. Chris Jericho defeats Kurt Angle by pinfall after we see a distraction from Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit is on commentary for this match. He was doing a little bit of ring scouting. And as you can see, the announcing job was pretty weak, apparently. But he doesn't really get involved in the match. He doesn't really distract Kurt. It's more Kurt bragging to Chris saying, see that? That's why I'm better than you. I'm the man. Which just leads to Jericho, maybe hitting the Lion Tamer on him, and then the Lion Salt to get the victory. And that's that. So, interesting enough here. It says the announcing quality lifted the match, but it was bad with Benoit, so whatever. Jericho and Angle both had an in-ring performance of a B+, so they were on par with each other. And anything else? See ya. Short match, apparently. I always forget to mute this. Is this just the Kurt Angle turning face? Oh, I missed it already. After that, back from commercial break, Kurt Angle is kind of snapping backstage. He goes with a B plus rating here. He pushes his way into the interview area. He has a carton of milk in his hands, nerds and geeks, because we all know Kurt Angle loves his milk. He grabs a mic away from Coach. He pushes him off cam, and he says, "Put that camera on me." That's a little Miz-esque right here. I didn't mean to make this seem like that Miz promo. It's not like that. But anyway, he says, "Chris Benoit, you think you're better than me? You're not better than a paper bag. I'm Kurt frickin' Angle. I won an Olympic gold medal with a broken frickin' neck. You are not better than me. You are some punk from Canada. I'm the best thing going in WWF today, and this Sunday, I'm going to prove it when I break your frickin' ankle and take the Intercontinental Championship. Oh, it's true. It's damn true." And then I just imagine him pouring the milk over him, like, drinking it, kind of like, we all know how it is, kind of like Stone Cold, and he's just wooing while he's doing it. So Kurt Angle kind of snapped, nerds and geeks. I might have broken Kurt Angle. What are you doing? A B minus? That's the best you guys can. Well, I mean, it is only 12 minutes and 55 seconds. So I'm not going to shit on you guys too much here, I guess. So we have an exceptional match here. The Brothers of Destruction, nerds and geeks, defeating the two-man power trip in 12 minutes and 55 seconds when Kane defeats Triple H with a double choke slam following botched interference from Austin. So I imagine Austin, maybe with the tag team titles, goes to hit Kane and clocks Triple H instead. Kane choke slams. Let's say it was The Undertaker, because Kane's the one that got the pin. The Undertaker choke slams Austin, goes to tagging Kane. They do the double choke slam on Triple H. 1, 2, 3. And the Brothers of Destruction are two-time tag team champions. So Kane was off his game, unfortunately. Get it together, Kane. He had an in-ring performance of a B, while everyone else had an A, and Stone Cold with an A star. Kane is also improving in performance. This could have been better, though. Come on, a B minus, guys. And then we end off the night with a B plus. I was hoping to get an A star off of this one. After the match is over, Austin helps Triple H right back up. He shakes his hand. He says, "You know what? It's all right. It's all right. We'll get him next time." He then starts waving for the beer. Let's get some beer. He gives one. He gives a couple to Triple H. He has some. They smash the cans together and they start to drink. And then out of nowhere, Stone Cold kicks Triple H in the gut. Stone Cold with the stunner. And Triple H spews the beer out. Austin does the whole flipping off, getting in Triple H's face, and he just leaves a can of beer at his head, at Triple H's head, while Stephanie's just checking on him, and Austin and Deborah leave with the WWF Championship, pretty much signaling that this is the end of the two-man power trip. See Austin looking excellent as always. So we end the show here. We got a B. Unfortunately, I thought this would have been a much, much better show. It was still a good show, nerds and geeks. I don't want to make it seem like it wasn't a good show. This is a good rating. I was just thinking that we were going to maybe get some A's here. A lot more A's than we did. I think we only got one, and it was just the opening angle. Either way, I'm happy with it. It increased our popularity in 7 regions, and we didn't decrease anywhere else, so nothing too much to complain about. And we got the top story of the night. Vern Gagne is apparently retiring, and yes, Dean Malenko did sustain a dislocated jaw. That's right. He will not be taking time off. He will work through the pain. What a trooper. I'm not going to try to book you. Ron Simmons is unmotivated, apparently. Some friends of Ron Simmons are said to be surprised by his recent appearance. Looking a little flabby, there is talk that he's been skipping the gym fairly regularly and is not putting the time in to keep in shape. Whether this is worrying sign of lack of motivation or not remains to be seen. So, other than that, it looks like we're just a bunch of TV deals and everything. Look at that, Dan Severn retiring. What a legend. Oh, I was like, Tajiri's retiring. We should probably hire Tajiri. I know they had him around this time. So Dave Hebner relocated to the tri-state area. Good for you. Dean Malenko was injured. Out of curiosity, let me look at this. Personnel, right? No. Physical. Duh. Ugh. Jesus. So he was injured. Got a 34.80. Drug test fees. Oh boy, Stephanie McMahon seems to be built. First, it was Triple H trying to build a clique with Stephanie and X-Pac, and now Stephanie McMahon's building a clique, as she had forged an alliance between Triple H and Shane McMahon. I didn't know Stephanie and Triple H or Shane McMahon really liked each other. Oh boy, We got some opinions, nerds and geeks. These are always good. Raven says, Hardcore Holly isn't charismatic. You should release him and hire someone better. Holy shit, Raven. Savage, dude. Raven, that was a bit harsh, dude. He no chill. He straight up said just release him, hire someone better. Good lord. Arn Anderson says Bryan Adams just doesn't get it, in my opinion. He can probably be cut loose. There's a lot of people with opinions around here. They just don't like others. Oh no. Oh no. Incident involving Ron Simmons. Oh no. Why, Farouk? You ruin everything right now. Farouk has been identified as a steroid user by the WWF drug testing policy, as the drug testing is done in-house, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry. As we've said many times, soft drugs, you get a fine. Hard drugs, you get sent to rehab. Steroids, you're suspended. Sorry. Farouk, finally, yes, this is good. Everyone else has been mad at me when I've done this. Farouk has improved his behavior as a result of the handling of this incident. But then he's also unhappy. Not my fault. But Bradshaw wasn't. Bryan Adams. Are you the one that doesn't like Vince McMahon? Because I might just fire you. Ugh. You better hope this isn't bad. No current record. What just happened? Oh, what the hell just happened? All right. Doing it live. Yep. Anyone know how to turn that song off? Because that is annoying. All right, so here we go again. Is it everything's the same? Yep. Everything's the same here. Bryan Adams, Hardcore Holly. Okay, delete. Delete. Everything's the same as well. Are you still with steroid user? Suspend. 28 suspension. Positive impact. He's still pissed at us. Or unhappy. All right, here we go. Oh, Bryan Adams, you can suck one. Bryan Adams has been identified as a steroid user. As the drug testing is done in-house, the press have not gotten a hold. I kind of want to fire him. But I want to also be fair in saying that I'm just going to suspend him because I don't want to be that guy that's like, well, everyone else got suspended, but he didn't. So we're just going to suspend him. And look at that. Bryan Adams has improved his behavior as a result of the handling. But now he has a strong dislike relationship with us. I could have fired you, dude. I should have. No, Christian. Why? Christian has been identified. Everyone is using steroids in this bitch. Suspend. He's unhappy. Christian has seen his personality get worse as a result of it. Well, Rhino's also unhappy. Edge is also unhappy. Deal with it. Well, that changes everything. I mean, it doesn't affect the APA rivalry so much because we can just write it off that Farouk and Bryan Adams got injured. So, yeah, we'll just remove them from that rivalry. So, Bryan Adams, remove, and Farouk, remove. And there we go. That kind of throws me in a loop because I was going to give Edge and Christian a tag team title shot at SummerSlam. But now, I don't know. I'm going to have to tell Chris about this. He's going to be surprised. Either way, nerds and geeks, that's the end of this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor. Leave me a comment, leave a like, and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. And if you have enjoyed this content, it would also help if you maybe shared it with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. I don't know. Might help. Either way, my name's been OMGWTFLOTWBRB. I'll see you guys next time for Sunday Night Heat, everyone's favorite show. So until then, have a great day.